You're listening to the Turi Ryder's She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marcy Persky. And guess what? We're all under one roof, and one of us is really sweating. Also, the Captain Oblivious contest is almost at an end. For details, listen to the end of the podcast. Welcome to Chicago, Marcy Persky. We are in the same room.
I know. But when was the last time this happened?
Years. It's been years.
It has been years.
And I get to see the funky Marcy Persky outfit and the best glasses. And I actually had to learn something new about the studio equipment today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do what everybody does. I had to go to the University of YouTube.
Everyone does except me. I do not have the patience for YouTube. I can watch like the first 30 seconds and then I'm like, oh, done.
Well, you've totally landed it because I know that if the video is more than 2 minutes long, it will not serve me.
Yeah.
So I literally looked for the shortest one, and the guy said at the beginning, this is a 2-minute short video on how to do thing X. And I thought, sold.
Yeah.
And I got to about a minute of it, and I thought, okay, great, a minute, I've solved my problem. But we've sort of covered this before, where if they go on and on about anything, this method, which I'm about to explain to you, was designed into the board by a very famous engineer. And you're like, shut up. Just shut up and get to the point. So yeah, I found the thing I needed.
Well, kind of along the same lines.
Yes.
We flew down off the mountain to go to a wedding in Indiana. And it was in southern Indiana, like almost Kentucky, Indiana.
Oh, wow.
Where I think it was 97 degrees and the humidity was like 82. And it was next to a river. And it was a really beautiful space. If there wasn't that, like, I think they called it a heat dome. And then this giant humidity dome. I don't know. It was awful as far as the weather goes. And
yes.
Everybody's dressed up nicely. I felt really sorry for the bride. You know, she's like in the corset and in the white dress. I mean, we're all like just soaking wet like it was raining out, but it wasn't. And so this guy, and if I knew his name, I wouldn't say it anyway. So the officiant,
Yes.
the guy with the microphone,
Yeah.
said, okay, I'm going to make this short. And he kept repeating himself over and over again. And I wanted to yell at him and say, you already said that. And it was like, 45 minutes was short.
Oh, man.
And the wedding was lovely, and it was nice to see my family because we see each other at weddings and funerals, unfortunately, because we're spread out all over.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, to come from the mountain where there's no humidity and there's actually like wind blowing.
I'd be in the river, I'm telling you. I would strip off my good clothing and I would be watching that wedding from the river. In fact, if I were the bride, I would just move the wedding to the river and just say, all right, everybody, shoes off, skirts up, everybody in. Because you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, and this is a weird thing with these rural weddings where you kind of rent the farm. I've been to a
farm
few
thing.
of these. They're chic right now, especially now with the trad wife thing.
Oh,
the very big.
Yeah, these are not trad
The
people,
farm wife thing. But
they're more hippies, but it was definitely
a lot of that going on. And it's weird because they seem to have lost, and I sort of talk about this in my book. It hasn't changed in the 30-something years since I got married. There seems to be this idea that you can take the formal attire that you would wear in a freezing cold church and just comfortably wear that in the summer in the blazing sun on a humid farm in Kentucky. And the disconnect between, I mean, this is too many magazines. I chalk this up to too many magazines where they're not going to show you the bride's hair like sweating down her forehead. They're not going to show you that. They're going to stick her in a freezer before the shoot.
Yeah.
And she's a model anyway, so she has no body fat, the bride in the magazine. Zero
Yeah.
body fat. And then they can swelter her like a sausage encasing with 50,000 layers of tulle. But the trick to this is if you want one of those farm weddings, you wear basically the only thing that will give you coverage beyond a string bikini. Like you wear a flour sack dishcloth.
A gingham apron with the back open.
The French maid outfit. Right. Or the pioneer apron. That would work.
It was awful. But the funniest part is...
Oh, you know what else
yeah.
would work? The Halloween ghost costume, where you just take the sheet, you got all eyes for right. Stick that over you, lots of circulation, just light cotton. That would work.
The funniest thing
Yes.
happened after the wedding.
Yes.
We stayed at an Airbnb. It was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
And the owner of the Airbnb like lived, I don't know, like a block away or whatever. And he comes over and he was very proud of the fact that he had a hot tub on his deck. And all I can think about, are you kidding me? It's 100 degrees. It's like 85% humidity, and you think we're going to sit in a hot tub.
Well, you can rent it to the S&M community. Hot enough for you? Here. But you could stick your toe in there and say, we loved your hot tub. He wants a review. That's called schnorring for a review.
I
I
have to give him a review because I
Yes.
turned his air conditioner on to 65 degrees and left it that way the whole time we were there.
Oh, that's why you pay the big bucks. He's saving money not having to heat the water in the hot tub, so he's coming out ahead there.
Yeah, and then the rest of the time, aside from here, that we've been in the Great Midwest, I've been sleeping. Because I totally forgot how allergic I am to the Midwest. I eat grass, trees, flowers, anything that's green, basically.
Yeah.
Except for like pine trees, which up in the mountain, that's what we have.
Right.
But there is no grass.
No pollen.
There's some pollen, but it doesn't bother me. But man, after sleeping the first night, my eyes were like swollen
So
shut.
you forgot that taking allergy pills would knock you out.
Oh, yeah, all I did as soon as we got to Chicago, I think I slept for like 18 hours.
Benadryl will do that to you.
Oh, I was just like dead. But now, at least here, there's breeze. There's no humidity, at least as far as I can tell that it's bothering
to
me.
have someone say that Chicago has no humidity, it must have been so bad in Indiana.
Oh, it was the worst. It was the worst. And
Again,
of course, I
the
said to Frankie, I
magazines.
was born here.
Again, the magazines are the problem, and every time a magazine goes under, people are complaining about the bad body image that their kids get from TikTok and all the videos.
Yeah.
And my thought is, what really has changed? 17 magazines, same deal. A bunch of young women being paid a lot of money not to eat. That is what you get in any kind of thing that's marketed to teenage girls in America is no food, body revealing clothing, and more no food. That's
You're a mom of boys.
yes,
I'm a mom of everything.
yeah.
And I'm really glad that none of that. I mean, I have one daughter who has always had to buy her clothes at Gap Kids. She's not short, but she's tiny.
Tiny.
And people tell her all the time to eat a sandwich,
Aye.
and it hurts her feelings a lot.
Yeah.
And then my other child, her dad was a football player, and she's not
Tiny.
tiny. Yeah, she's not.
She's a substantial young woman.
Yeah, she's what's the word that they used back in the day when they painted the
Statuesque.
no.
Raphaelite.
There you go. But they're opposites.
Yeah.
But neither one of them were ever affected by magazines.
Did you even have magazines in the house? I think those things were poison.
It's really hard for me to remember anything pre-internet because I am very old and not getting any younger. I don't even remember picking up a landline. That's how far back my memory goes.
When I was setting up the studio for you to come, I had to open up the attic door. And the first thing that greeted me was all the analog equipment that I pulled out.
I thought you were going to say bats.
No.
And I was getting ready to jump out the window.
No, the first thing that greeted me, I swear, if you open up the door to the attic, the first thing you will see lined up there is a landline, 2-line phone.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. And may I say that I was very happy with this particular 2-line landline phone because by some miracle of science, it didn't also need to be plugged into an electric current, just the phone jack.
I totally miss landlines where you have it hooked up to an answering machine
yes.
that you can say, I don't want to talk to that
They have
person.
that now on your fancy new iPhone.
Well, my fancy new iPhone asks who it is and what do they want, but it doesn't tell me until they're gone.
This is why I don't want one of these new phones. The reason I don't want one of these new phones is I'm convinced that like Alexa and all those other things that they're listening to me.
They are.
Even if I tell them that they're not to listen. And Alexa's a tattletale and she would rat me out. I just know it. She would call up that person and say, the phone call the recipient chose not to answer has this message. Piss off.
I understand that.
I don't think there is a setting for the phone to put its fingers in its ears and go, la, 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 la. I don't think it's capable of that.
That's called off.
Yeah. And even then, you'll notice that the camera, if we were recording this with video, my favorite thing about this internet Zoom camera is that it has a little physical flap that you can put like it's a hostage. You put a bag over its head.
Duct tape.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, this is my first computer with a camera. I do not, as you know, I think the government's after me all the time.
Yes, because you're the most important person.
Well, because I have a lot to say, whether it's true or not.
Right.
Like I tell my husband, it's entertainment. But yes, I have a lot to say, so I always think that they're spying on me.
I have to interrupt you for a second.
Yeah.
Your husband,
He's so cute, isn't he?
he's very sweet. And now that he's here in our house, he gets to yell at me about what's inaccurate in the podcast. So he's very happy about that.
Yeah, all you have to say is, that's entertainment.
But what do I say to the spousal unit? He just hides. He doesn't listen anymore. He used to try it, and it was hard on him, and so he just does not listen anymore. Does not listen. So clearly, he already gets the basic concept of this podcast: self-preservation. That's what it's all about. This is usually the part where we thank you and I suggest you buy my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air. But we have decided that at least one of you deserves some sort of prize for listening. I have no idea exactly what it will be, but it will feature the words Captain Oblivious on it. And all you have to do to win is send an email to Turi@shebopsproductions.com with a short description of whatever your partner or friend or boss or somebody who ought to be paying attention failed to notice, and your mailing address. Marcy and I will pick out the best one, and that will be the winner. You have until August 31st, 2026 to enter, and you have to live in the USA because I don't send things over borders. Good luck.